much like a good chili needs to simmer for hours to extract the flavors, so too must we sit in the results of our experiences, both the positive and the painful ones. We must extract the lessons in order to live a meaningful and flavorful life.
Welcome to the Seeds of Growth podcast. My name is Pumihana Palmer. I'm a mindset and growth coach to new real estate agents, small business owners, and high-achieving female entrepreneurs. I believe that true success happens from the inside out, and I'm on a mission to plant seeds of growth and transformation, one powerful conversation at a time. Each week, I'll bring you a solo episode, interview, or coaching experience with business owners just like you to help you shift your perspective, elevate your beliefs, and build a business that inspires you. Now let's dive into today's episode.
What's up, friends? Pumihana Palmer here. Welcome back to another episode of your Twofer Tuesday, where I give you 2 quotes, 2 coaching questions, and 2 affirmations to plant and water seeds of growth in your mind and your mindset. Today, we're going to talk about simply the power of reflection. Now, I am a big believer and a subscriber to the idea that change happens when awareness meets reflection, meets action, and transformation happens when you do these things over and over and over again. And today I want to talk about how reflection plays a role in that. Now, your 2 quotes for today are actually both from Jay Shetty. He is an author, podcaster, YouTuber, an award-winning storyteller. His mission in life is to make mindfulness and wisdom go viral. If you haven't heard of Jay Shetty, what are you living under a rock? Just kidding, friends. If you haven't heard of him, then you are in for a real treat. Go and binge on his On Purpose podcast, his YouTube channel, his Instagram. He is a gem of a human being. Now, your quotes that I pulled from him are: reflection is about thinking and linking. And when we don't metabolize what we consume, it can't nourish us. Now, have you ever watched one of those super inspiring YouTube videos and days later you can't seem to recall what it was about or how it inspired you? That happens to me all the time. And in this day and age, we are constantly on the go. We're trying to do as much as we can in as little time as possible. So we binge on information, YouTube, TikTok, podcasts, blogs, etc., and take in this massive amount of information. But we rarely take the time to actually sit with what we consume long enough for it to hold any value. Now, if you think about it, what good is a fresh salad if we don't allow it to digest in our body and give it the time to extract nutrients? What good is planting a seed if we don't nurture it long enough for the roots to grow? I mean, for better or for worse, we live in a set it and forget it kind of age. And much like a good chili needs to simmer for hours to extract the flavors, so too must we sit in the results of our experiences, both the positive and the painful ones. We must extract the lessons in order to live a meaningful and flavorful life. Now, as for your 2 coaching questions, I want you to recall the last bit of information that you had taken in. Maybe it was a podcast you were listening to. Maybe it was a song that you were listening to. Maybe it was a quote that you read or something that you learned on Instagram while you were scrolling. Something that you need to work to recall. Now, once you have that little bit of information, what small insight can you draw from that? What is something that you can learn about that other person, the world around you, or even yourself? Next, I want you to sit with that insight for just a few minutes. Yes, it may be uncomfortable, and yes, you have time to do this. Just sit with the thought for a little bit. And then when you've given yourself enough time to chew on it, try to digest it by asking yourself how you can apply this insight to the bigger picture of who you want to be and how you want to show up. Your 2 affirmations to follow are, I make time to rest and digest both my food and my experiences, and there is value in the positive and the painful. See, when we take the time to digest both our food and experiences, like I said before, we can extract the lessons and live a meaningful and flavorful life. Thank you so much again for joining me, guys. This is your Twofer Tuesday. We'll see you again next week. Aloha.
Thanks so much for listening. If this episode served you, please do me a small favor and head to your favorite podcast platform to rate and review the show. Your small act will play an exponential role in getting these powerful conversations out into the world. Be sure to connect with me on Instagram at @PumeHanaPalmer and DM me with your insight and takeaways. See you next time. Aloha.